What about depersonalizing the home? How critical is that? I just read a thing the other day that literally said 90% of buyers cannot picture themselves in a home, which is weird because I can, but I have to look through the lens of a buyer.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if you have all your family photos up, and it may be a nice collage. People put up nice collages. Some are janky. I mean, college, I had a janky wall.
But then you got married and she puts you in check and she makes sure she does the decorating now.
Things have to match and be in order. So, but what about the personalization component and then a little bit of staging? Do you think that goes a long way?
For me, when people ask me, should I take all my personal pictures off the wall? I say no. It's got to look like a home.
Mm-hmm.
If it's just walls, but then I think people have a harder time seeing what's going in there. What I will say is declutter. If you've got 1,000 things on your countertop, get them off of there.
Right.
Let people see the counter space.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need every square inch of the walls covered, but put up some artwork.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you necessarily have to hide all of your family photos and completely, move out and not let anybody see anything like that. But I do agree there's a point where there's just too much personal stuff in there. There's just too much stuff that it's not going to appeal to everybody.
Yeah. And I would say that I'm kind of on the other end of the spectrum from you two in the sense that I go in and I am very much like depersonalize everything you can. And it's going to feel stark to owners, but that's okay. There's different approaches to this. It's going to feel stark to you as an owner when you pull everything off your walls, but you leave up some light decor. And I really focus on the horizontals. Like you were saying, the kitchen counters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like every horizontal should be neat and tidy.
Mm-hmm.
And let's go to town on those for sure.
But if you're going to take stuff off the walls, fix the nail holes.
Yeah. Yeah. You leave a big mess there. So, okay. So that's stage number 2. So stage number 1, market analysis and pricing strategy. Stage number 2 is prepping for market. Stage number 3 is actively on the market. You are out there online and you're getting showings. What are things to consider? What should you be doing and not be doing as an owner?
Keep your house clean. Be ready all the time for showings, all the time. Don't say no to showings. Wake up every day and tidy up before you leave for work and just expect that you're going to have people in your house. I think a lot of people, you call for a showing and they say, oh, well, I didn't do the dishes this morning and now I'm at work. Can they do it after 3 when I get off? No, they can't. You are actively on the market. You are ready 24/7. And I know that that's difficult, but that is what you need to do. Be available.
Keep your underwear off the floor.
That's
Paul.
right.
Mm-hmm. Pick up after the dogs.
Yeah.
If you are selling your house, pick up after the dogs.
Nothing worse than going in the backyard and the kids are excited and they want to run over to the swings and they're seeing themselves live there and somebody walks in with dog poop on their shoe. That ruins the showing. That ruins the good vibes.
That does not help at all.
No.
Well, how inconvenient is it though? I mean, let's talk about this because a lot of sellers don't think this through. How inconvenient is it when they say, well, we can't have you show it then because I didn't do the dishes. Can you reschedule it? As a realtor, what does that do for us? And as a client, what does that do for us?
Well, if I'm setting out this afternoon, I've got customers in town. We've got, 6 showings lined up and someone says, oh, could you just do it like after 5 or tomorrow instead? No, we can't.
Mm-hmm.
There are times that works, but I would say the majority of the time that doesn't work. We're not going to go out and look at 5 homes and then just go catch this one again tomorrow after you've cleaned. It's just going to come off our list.
Or wait 3 hours and then do it later in the day.
Exactly.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you get away with it, but I would say the majority of times you've lost the opportunity with that customer right there.
So it's a huge deal.
It is. If you're going to commit to signing a listing agreement and you're going to commit to we're moving, we're selling our house, then you go all in and you say, I'm doing the things that it takes to get it done. Don't stand in the way of it. Don't say no and stand back. And I get sometimes the kids stayed home sick today. I can't pack them up. I get it.
Yeah.
But those are few and far between.
Mm-hmm.
I think what people really don't pay attention to is all the times they say no when they could have just been prepared. And there's no excuse for that. If you're committed to it, be ready. If you want top dollar for your house, be ready for it.
Yeah. I like that a lot. I mean, you're committing to selling your property. Be ready. Do the things that you need to do. to allow for showings. I mean, you may go a week without a showing, and that happens.
You don't sign your kid up for soccer practice or for, soccer and then say, well, we'll make 3 of the practices, but the other ones on the schedule we just can't do.
Yeah.
No, when you commit, you commit.
Sure.
You're in.
Makes a big difference.
Yeah.
So actively marketing, smells are a big thing, and we're already cutting into our time, so we're going to get through this pretty quick. But smells are a big thing. Like, don't overdo it with the Febreze. Like, we've walked in before, and it has been so strong with someone's plugged in.
You say, what are they hiding?
Yeah, what are they hiding? And then also, like, I've had ladies like their eyes, water up, and they're like, I cannot take this one more moment.
Well, I'll say we are always nose blind to our own house because we live in it all the time. So when you're selling, listen to the realtor. If they say there's strong odors, or a lot of houses that have pets have odors that you don't notice. So if there are strong odors, fix those before you allow showings.
Yeah, don't be offended. Take it as a welcome information that you didn't know. And
we're not criticizing. We're helping you sell your house.
Yeah, now you can tackle that.
Yep, it's constructive criticism.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Right?